Alright, I'm getting fired up. I'm fixing to show y'all how our peanut M&Ms are looking. So about 90 days ago, we planted this field in peanut M&Ms. We'll pull out here in just a second. We'll walk out there and I'll show you how they're coming along. Alright, here we are in our big old pretty field of peanut M&Ms. We planted these about 90 days ago, so you know, right around the very 1st of May, and they've grown this much. So I'm going to show you what the peanut M&Ms look like when they're growing. Some of you have never seen this before. See how pretty and lush the leaves are. You can see some blooms right here. It's what a peanut M&M looks like before it's a peanut M&M. And then that bloom will actually kind of wither away. The petals will fall off. And they'll fall down and grow down into the soil. Let's pull this back and see. It's still early. These are, like I say, are 90 days old. Usually they're about 135 days when we start to harvest the peanut M&M. So let's pull it back and see if there's even any peanuts under here yet. Here we go. Get some soil off of them. And you can see they're starting. So all these were once the little flower that I showed you. Then it goes down and this grows into the soil. Then here you can see a little itty bitty peg. These are called pins. You see a little itty bitty peg here starting to grow. Same thing here. So there's little itty bitty baby peanuts, and then they'll grow and grow and grow until they look like the peanuts you're used to seeing. So inside these is where we'll find our peanut M&Ms. All right, let's see how this goes. There you go. So you can see they're still very small, but they're there. Shut your mouth. So there's nothing like a fresh peanut M&M straight out of the ground. Things are looking good. I think we're going to have a good M&M crop this year. So there you have it. This is what it looks like. Peanut M&Ms. As always, remember, eat more peanuts to help somebody like me. Have a good one. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ryan Jenkins from Jenkins Farms in Jay, Florida. I hope you're enjoying the Fusion Conference so far this year. I want to talk to you tonight a little bit about something that's near and dear to my heart. Obviously, if you're at the conference, you love agriculture just like I do. But something that's important to me, and I think should be important to all of us, is telling our story. I'm a firm believer that if we don't tell our story, somebody else will. And as you see in the news every day, the other person telling the story might not be telling the truth, or it might not be putting us in a good light. So I like to tell my own story. And after tonight, I hope you'll like to tell yours too. If you see me, look at our farm, I'm just like all of you. I'm just a regular farmer. But I have a big passion for being an ambassador to agriculture. I love getting our story out there. It's something that we all can do. It's something that's very easy in this time of social media. You don't have to make videos. Sometimes all it can be is a simple picture, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be a picture. It can just be a phrase. So tonight I'd like to talk to you about a few things that we do, and hopefully you can pick up on those, use them in your operations, and add to it. I think it's very important, especially in this day and age, that we connect the consumer with the producer. I want you to think a minute. We just watched a video. We're going to pick on peanut M&Ms. We all love them. It's one of our favorite candies, right? So let's think about that just a minute. When you buy a bag of peanut M&Ms, you may or may not think about farming when you eat them. You may or may not be thinking about the peanuts, but there's a good chance your thought process stops at peanut M&Ms, at the name M&M. That's where it stops. It's hard to to remember that at the very end of the line of all that started the whole thing is a producer like you and I. We're there. I want the consumer to realize that there are real people that are affected by their choices and what they purchase. They need to understand that at the end of the line is a Ryan Jenkins that's trying to put boys in college and buy trucks and take care of stuff, has a wife to take care of, that there's a real family. It's not just a big corporation that's being affected. And I think with the technology and the platforms that we have today, it is super easy for us to get our story out. Think about right now during this time of coronavirus. I assume that each of you are watching this from the comforts of your house because you're basically locked in. We can't go to any big gatherings. We can't go to conferences like we're used to. We can't do much out in public. So think about this. Have you or have you not been on Facebook, been on YouTube, been on Twitter, been on Instagram, looking around more than you probably normally would be? Normally you would be out, or even tonight, you would be in amongst hundreds of people at a conference, having dinner. So right now is the perfect time for us to get our message out. Some of the things I do, just like tonight, we all know that this is just a peanut field. I don't know if it's going to go be peanut M&Ms or peanut butter or payday candy bars or planter peanuts. I have no idea what these peanuts are going to end up as. But I know there's a potential for them to be in any of those products. So I like to pull those ideas together and put them on social media. It can be something as simple as a post, just like calling this a field of peanut M&Ms. It's hard to see in the video. Right over there is a cotton field, and I tell everybody that's a field of underwear. Over there is another one of our cotton fields, and that's a field of bed sheets. I try to do something to shock them into thinking about the farmer, the person that they're really helping. And I believe anytime we make that connection, where we put the consumer to where they feel like they know the producer, I think that makes people want to buy more. And it certainly gives us an opportunity to be able to talk to them about things that they might have heard in the news or whatever that might not necessarily be good for our name. It gives us an opportunity to have conversations about that and to at least expose them to our side of the story, that everything's not as bad as they say it is. You know, X chemical might really not kill everybody, or this might not hurt the water like they think it does. There's 100 conversations that could be started just from one post on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, whatever. I have done those things. I started with Facebook, and now I've started my own YouTube channel that I believe is really starting to help people understand what we're going through. So tonight I challenge you, work harder toward being an ambassador for agriculture. I know you already have it in you because you're at the conference and you're part of the Farm Bureau organization. Something that really works good for me is statistics. In our area, you know, cotton and peanuts are big. I know there are other areas of the state where maybe orange juice or sugar cane or vegetables, things like that, beef are big. Use something that you work with every day. Look up, we got the internet, it's amazing. Look up on there, find some real statistics, preferably from a grower organization so that they'll probably be right, and make a post about it. You know, how many peanuts does it take to make a jar of peanut butter? And then tell them how many jars of peanut butter your field's gonna make. How many oranges does it take to make a gallon of orange juice? How many T-bones do you get out of a beef? Come up with those things, and that's all you got to do is post, take a little picture or something, take a picture of your crop or your animal, put it on there, put a little caption, you know, with some statistics about it, and I promise you, it opens a dialogue with many people. It's amazing. That's the easy way. The hard way is doing YouTube. It does take a lot of time. We've started our own channel this year and really just our whole goal is to connect the consumer with the producer. That's all I care about doing on there. It's not, hey, look at me, look at my operation, or anything like that. It's, there are thousands of other guys and girls just like me. Let's make a connection. I want them to see, wow, they really do work hard. This isn't some big company that I'm supporting. These are real people that I'm supporting. They really do take care of the environment. They're really trying to do the best they can with so little. So tonight, I ask you, try to be as big of an ambassador for agriculture as you can possibly be. And it can be something as easy as a 1 or 2 minute post on Facebook. Thank you for having me. And please, if you want to see some examples of my videos that I use for about things that we are talking about tonight, look at Jenkins Farms, J, Florida on YouTube. Like it and subscribe. It makes a difference. Let's help this grow. See you soon.